Have you ever wondered if your birth date holds special significance beyond the numerical and astrological? What if the day you were born wasn't just a random point in time, but a pivotal moment in a divine plan? Ancient teachings and spiritual insights often suggest that birth dates are more than mere coincidences. They are divine markers that point towards a unique purpose in life. In this video, we'll delve into the mystery of birth dates, exploring their potential significance and how they might indicate a divine mission. Stay tuned to find out how your birth date could be a clue to your higher calling. Numerology, an ancient study of the mystical significance of numbers, posits that each number carries its own vibrational frequency and spiritual essence. For example, the number 1 is often associated with leadership and new beginnings, while the number 7 is linked to spiritual awakening and introspection. This practice provides a lens through which to view your birth date, offering insights into your personality traits, strengths, and potential life path. Many ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Mayans, placed great importance on celestial events and their correlation with human affairs. They believed that the alignment of the stars and planets at the time of one's birth could influence an individual's destiny. Astrology, another ancient practice closely related to numerology, examines the positions of celestial bodies to gain insights into human behavior and future events. In addition to numerology and astrology, various religious traditions offer their own perspectives on the significance of birth dates. In Christianity, for instance, the concept of divine timing is prevalent. The Bible is replete with references to God's perfect timing and the belief that events unfold according to His divine plan. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1-2 states, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born, and a time to die." This passage suggests that our birth date is part of a larger divinely orchestrated timeline. The teachings of Jesus offer profound insights into the idea that our lives are part of a divine plan. Jesus often spoke in parables, using simple stories to convey deeper spiritual truths. One such parable is that of the mustard seed, Matthew chapter 13 verses 31-32, which describes how a tiny seed grows into a large tree, providing shelter and sustenance for birds. This parable illustrates the idea that small beginnings can lead to significant outcomes, suggesting that even the seemingly insignificant details of our lives, such as our birth date, can have profound implications. Consider the story of the Magi, or the wise men, who followed a star to find the infant Jesus, Matthew chapter 2 verses 1-12. This narrative highlights the belief that celestial events can guide us toward our destiny. The star that led the Magi to Jesus' birthplace is often interpreted as a symbol of divine guidance, reinforcing the idea that the circumstances of our birth are not random, but are instead part of a divine plan. Personal stories and anecdotes can further illustrate the potential significance of birth dates. Many people feel an inner calling, a persistent sense that their lives are meant for something greater. This feeling of being chosen can be both exhilarating and perplexing. If you've ever felt different, like an outsider looking in, it might be because your birth date signifies a divine mission. For example, Joan of Arc, a peasant girl born in medieval France, claimed to have received visions from God instructing her to lead the French army to victory. Her extraordinary sense of purpose, which she attributed to divine guidance, ultimately led her to play a pivotal role in the 100 Years' War. Similarly, many contemporary individuals report experiences of synchronicity, where meaningful coincidences seem to guide them toward their destiny. These experiences often reinforce the belief that their birth date and the events surrounding their birth are part of a larger divinely orchestrated plan. The belief that birth dates hold special significance can also be found in various cultural traditions and rituals. In many cultures, birthdays are celebrated with elaborate ceremonies and rituals designed to honor the individual and acknowledge their unique place in the world. These celebrations often include elements that reflect the cultural and spiritual beliefs surrounding birth and destiny. For example, in Chinese culture, the zodiac animal associated with one's birth year is believed to influence their personality and future prospects. Similarly, in Western cultures, the concept of a golden birthday, where one's age matches their birth date, is often considered particularly auspicious. The belief in the special significance of birth dates can provide a sense of comfort and purpose, helping individuals to navigate the complexities of life. By viewing their birth date as a marker of a divine mission, people can find meaning in their experiences and challenges. This perspective encourages them to embrace their unique qualities and pursue their passions, trusting that they are fulfilling a higher purpose. The mystery of birth dates is a fascinating and multifaceted concept that spans various spiritual, religious, and cultural traditions. By exploring these different perspectives, we can gain a deeper understanding of how our birth date might indicate a divine purpose for our lives. Whether through numerology, astrology, biblical teachings, or personal experiences, the belief in the significance of birth dates offers a compelling framework for understanding our unique place in the world. As we continue to explore this mystery, we may discover new insights and ways to embrace our divine mission, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. The Bible, with its rich tapestry of narratives, parables, and prophecies, serves as a profound guide to understanding the hidden meanings behind life's events, including our birth dates. Jesus, known for his parables, used simple stories to reveal profound truths about the kingdom of God and human existence. These parables, when closely examined, show that nothing in our lives happens by accident. One of the key aspects of Jesus' teachings is the concept of divine providence, the belief that God is actively involved in the world and orchestrates events according to his will. This idea is encapsulated in scriptures like Matthew chapter 10 verses 29 to 31, where Jesus assures his followers that not even a sparrow falls to the ground outside of God's care, and that every hair on their heads is numbered. This profound statement emphasizes the intimate knowledge and care God has for each individual, suggesting that our birth dates are part of his intentional design. The parable of the lost sheep, Luke chapter 15 verses 1 to 7, provides another compelling illustration of God's concern for each person. In this story, a shepherd leaves his 99 sheep to find the one that is lost, demonstrating that every individual is precious in God's eyes. This parable highlights the idea that each person has a unique and significant role in God's plan, which can be extended to suggest that our birth dates are divinely orchestrated moments that mark the beginning of our journey and purpose. Further exploring the biblical foundations, the story of Jeremiah offers significant insights into the concept of divine purpose and calling. In Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, God tells Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." This powerful declaration underscores the belief that God has a specific plan for each person even before their birth. It implies that our birth dates are not arbitrary, but are part of a preordained plan, marking the moment we enter the world to fulfill our divine mission. Jesus' birth, life, death, and resurrection were all preordained events that unfolded according to God's perfect timing, offering a powerful testament to the idea that our own birth dates might also carry special significance. The genealogies presented in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke emphasize the importance of lineage and timing in God's plan. These genealogies trace Jesus' ancestry through significant historical and spiritual figures, highlighting how each person's birth and life were integral to the fulfillment of God's promises. This underscores the belief that each birth date is part of a larger, interconnected divine narrative. The Bible also provides numerous examples of individuals who were called to fulfill specific roles based on their divine purpose. For instance, John the Baptist, whose birth was foretold by an angel, was born to prepare the way for Jesus. His birth date and the circumstances surrounding it were divinely orchestrated to align with God's plan for the redemption of humanity. Similarly, the birth of Isaac to Abraham and Sarah in their old age was a miraculous event that fulfilled God's promise and demonstrated his power and faithfulness. These stories suggest that our own birth dates may also be part of God's intentional and purposeful design. Another profound biblical example is the story of Esther, a Jewish woman who became queen of Persia and played a crucial role in saving her people from extermination. Her uncle famously tells her, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" This statement highlights the idea that Esther's birth and her rise to royalty were divinely timed to enable her to fulfill her unique purpose. This story reinforces the concept that our birth dates and life circumstances are part of God's sovereign plan. The theme of divine timing is further explored in the New Testament through the teachings of the Apostle Paul. Paul writes, "But when the set time had fully come, God sent his Son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those under the law, that we might receive adoption to sonship." Galatians chapter 4, verses 4 to 5. This passage emphasizes that Jesus' birth occurred at the precise moment chosen by God to fulfill his redemptive plan. It suggests that our own birth dates are similarly significant moments within God's divine timeline. In summary, the Bible offers a wealth of insights into the significance of birth dates and the belief that they are divinely orchestrated markers of our unique purpose and calling. Through parables, prophecies, and narratives of divine timing, the Scriptures emphasize that our lives are part of God's intentional design. By understanding and embracing this perspective, we can find greater meaning and purpose in our existence, trusting that our birth date is a key element of God's divine plan for our lives. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the divine significance of birth dates. We hope you found this video insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Click on the video showing on your screen now to continue your journey with us. See you soon.